Today I want to ask you a really important question today. Are your best years behind you, in the rear view, or are they ahead? Right? Like is the best stuff already happened? And that's the problem, is that if that's true, there's nothing much to live for. And that's where I think a lot of folks are at. Maybe that's where you're at today. I think we all find ourselves sometimes going back. And here's a great example, kind of a sad example from movies. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Love that movie. And remember Baby Brent? He was sort of the spokesman for, or spokesbaby, I should say, for Baby Brent sardines. And he, wears his diaper, and even as an adult, he sort of doesn't outgrow any of that, and it's really kind of scary, kind of sad. And he's a bully, and so you talk about having a past, and even though all of that was kind of empty and shallow, that's his identity. That's like who he is. Now, the good news, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it turns out okay. In the end, in the movie, and even in the sequel, Baby Brent is okay. Now, we got something, though, that Baby Brent didn't have, and that's Jesus. That's God's forgiveness, God's love. And the Bible asks us that question, right? And actually kind of calls us out on that question, right? In Ecclesiastes chapter 7, he says, say not, in verse 10, why were the former days better than these? For it is not from wisdom that you ask this. So I kind of look at it this way. God is not going to have you fixate on the past and say, yeah, that's where the good times were. I'm past my prime, because here's the thing. The good things that happen to us come from God. Like, He's the actor. He's the one who takes care of us. He's the one who loves us. And like, if I say that, then I'm saying, God used up all the good stuff on the past. So whatever event that was, whatever period of time that you're sort of, running the highlight reel all the time, we're saying, God's got nothing left. Which is really the opposite of the truth. Because God has, again, been so faithful to us in the past. That faithfulness will continue in the present and is going to move us forward into the future, a future that He has for us. Plans that, as Jeremiah the prophet said, that He has for us, right? Plans that are going to mean to prosperity for us. And again, when you hear that word prosperity, I'm not saying that everything is going to be perfect, but God's going to be there. And is He going to take care of us? Yeah. In fact, we know that. And we can know that it's not wishful thinking, because He has already done all that we need to give us life and hope and peace, as Jesus bled and died for us, as He was that perfect sacrifice, in giving us life as He came back from the dead and rose for us. And you want to talk about hope. There's so much hope for right now and for going into the future, despite our past. Because God's covered that with His blood, has freed us from that, has forgiven us for that, and continues to transform us. All right? So if this helps you, please share this with a friend or family member, and we would love, again, to have a conversation in the comments with you about what God is doing and the hope He's bringing to you. All right? Talk to you next time for another follow-up.